Welcome, rainy day in Texas, whatever. So the question I have is, what is wrong with you? What is your problem? No, it's a very good question. This is a question I think points to self-awareness. Some people you would ask them, "What's wrong with you?" And they'd be like, I mean, don't say it like, "What's wrong with you?" What's wrong with you? They say, "Well, nothing. I'm good. I'm fine. We can talk. No, I'm good." And these people they lack self-awareness, and I think that question, if you ask yourself that, I ask myself that all the time, or that question. And after I go through like a transaction with someone, like a social interaction or whatever, sometimes I'm like, am I crazy? Was that, and I'll be in the car by myself and I'm like, am I crazy? And I'll have to go through and like consider, like, am I wrong in this situation? And if you're someone out there, or maybe you're a younger person and maybe you don't have a level of self-awareness to that degree yet, I don't know, these kinds of questions, what's wrong with you, am I wrong, am I in the wrong, am I crazy, are very good questions to ask yourself. I think something that's very important in life, or at least as I see it, I don't know if you guys agree, that when you see someone who just they can't see themselves. I have family members like this where they'll be doing something, let's say they're drinking or whatever, right? Just as a random, let's pick one random. They'll be drinking and then they'll judge another person's drinking. And I'm there just like, but you're drinking right now. And what they'll say is, well, yeah, but I don't, when I do, but I don't lose this or I don't lose that, which I mean, I guess is true. But also it's like, how can you judge someone else if you're the same, right? And all of us are messed up in one way or another, right? So if you're a messed up person, how can you look at someone else and be like, well, at least the ways I'm messed up are better? And answering this question for yourself, what is wrong with you? How are you crazy? Are you crazy? Are you wrong in certain times? You're just kind of always asking yourself. I think it's a really good thing, because as I see society, at least, I see a lot of people who aren't aware of themselves and aren't self-aware. And I think the catalyst to change, there is no other way. It is not possible, as far as I can tell, and I could be wrong, I'm not an expert, is having that self-awareness and admitting, like, I think I'm off here on this, like, and without that, I do not see how it is possible to change. So if you're messed up, if you're depressed, or if you're this or that, without that level of self-awareness, I don't see how it's possible to change, because you have to be aware of the problem, recognize it's a problem, and then try to change. And if there's any sort of message on this channel, it would be just try. I think that would be it, because I see a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people in life, and I've even asked them, like, just try to get better, and they can't even start to try because they don't know what's wrong yet, right? And if you're a younger person, like myself in my 20s, I knew there was something very clearly wrong with me. It was insanely obvious, right? But I hadn't quite worked through. I had to start the mental process of kind of filtering through like childhood and just being like, what the hell just happened with the childhood and all that. I was kind of reeling from that, but it was a process of many years of kind of looking at myself and being like, what's the deal? So if you're younger, maybe start that process, unless you know exactly what it is already, which is great, you're ahead already. Just find out what's wrong with you and know yourself and observe your own behaviors. Observe yourself like it's an experiment. Like you're a scientist and you're experimenting on yourself and trying different things and let me try to do this, let me try to do that, and see what results I get. So if you can answer that question, what's wrong with you? I think it's very powerful. And let me know what you think in the comments, if you're self-aware or if you've noticed the lack of awareness that people have. Let me know. That's the Dumb Thought for the day. Goodbye.